So I'll start recording. Oh, yeah, really good question. So, some logistics. First, we'll talk about the schedule that should have been released to you by this point, maybe. It should be in your student emails. I got the okay to share it from my department chair. In front of you is the schedule for these next 8 weeks or so together, beginning on April 13th. This is what it looks like. You see half your classes over each day. So Monday and Tuesday, or Mondays you'll see 1 through 4. Tuesdays you'll see 4 through 8. Wednesdays it's the same as Mondays. Thursdays you see 5 through 8, and then Fridays it's faculty meetings and office hours. So if you want to check in with any teacher for those specific blocks, then you would go and ask them to meet during these times over here. Let me mark up the screen for Friday. So, some questions. The first one that was asked is, okay, you do need to wake up earlier now. It's good to not sleep when the sun is setting and rise when the sun is, what? Yeah. Don't become nocturnal. That's my main message. So, wake up earlier. Okay, some of you have already become nocturnal. Great. Yeah, I'm somewhat guilty of that too. But some structure is good. So if you have like a block one and your teacher is expecting you to like do some work at that time, you should be awake, because all of us have to, like, not all teachers, right, are required to have like a face-to-face session like what I'm doing now. I'm having Zoom, you're sitting here like in real time, working through some things, right? Real time talking to you all. Some teachers may just record a video, post it, and then the Zoom stuff or Google Meet is all optional. You can attend there if you want more help, if you want a real time lecture, so on and so forth. The goal from the district or from our principal is that each of these blocks that you attend over here for like these 45 minutes is that you're doing some kind of work related to that class or just checking in. So a lot of you are like in my block 7 and block 8 classes. For like math class, it'll look like, okay, first 5 minutes, it's like what we do now. We wait 5 minutes, wait for people to connect. And then this next time, right, it could be me talking through a PowerPoint, it could be me working through a problem, or it could look like maybe I'll post on Piazza, here's a do now, everyone answer it. And here's a worksheet, go work on it. And then if you want help, you can sign into the Zoom session and get help, or something else like that. English, I don't know what they'll post, but teachers are said to have like some kind of check-in to see that you're there, so that let's say for like block 7 over here, I post a do now on Piazza on this date, and then I also post a do now on when I see you on Thursday. And let's say, for example, you don't fill those out, right? You didn't show me any evidence of that work. So that means on Friday over here, I'm probably going to send an email out to you and saying, hey, is everything okay? I may even call you if I haven't heard from you in the last month and say, hey, what's going on? And in that case, if I still hear nothing, you ignore my call, you don't reply to my email, then at that point I have to tell the school, right? And I said, this student hasn't been showing up. We need to go investigate why that is. Your counselor may reach out to you, so on and so forth. Okay, why would we have self-care time if we have a free block? Oh, that's the interesting part, right? Self-care is just you going to, like, doing your own thing, whatever you need to do at home. But that's the smallest example I can give you on how classes may look in these next 8 weeks together. So my process, it's like what we did for, what's it called, the data science unit. There's going to be something posted on Piazza. I hope that you reply so that I see that you're active, that you give me evidence that you're like doing something. It might be math related, it may not be, it might be a quick question on how you're doing, and then check, we're done. And then I'll have a little video and an email sent out by Friday telling you what to expect for Monday classes and all that, and I'll give you an overview of like, here's what you need to do for my Algebra 1 class specifically. Some of you had questions on let's see. Summer classes, right? So what happens to summer classes like summer geo and summer health? At the moment, those are still scheduled to happen. I think by, well, it starts up like June, like the June 2nd, school's out. So then summer geo and health, I imagine, would begin like June 10th, June 12th, something like that. You get like a couple days break and then it would start. So at the moment, I haven't heard anything about that. We can go check. Let's see if the summer geo website has updated itself. But so far, from what I heard, the summer programs and summer classes, they're all still happening, unless the district and other schools say otherwise. And it like be ready for it to be possibly canceled. Yeah, it looks like this hasn't been really updated yet. See, there hasn't been any announcements on summer programs, but it was last updated like 2 weeks ago, so this is not the most recent stuff. Right. Summer programs, I interviewed for a couple to find summer work. They are still like scheduled to go on. So I imagine these things, like summer geo, maybe it will happen all online somehow. Be ready for that. And summer health, it's offered by Lowell. Maybe that will happen online too. We have to see. Because that one, it's like funded by Lowell, the Lowell PTSA, and I think there's more control over like Lowell's health class over summer versus the summer geometry class, because it's all Lowell's money for summer health versus summer geo that could be SF. That's all like SFUSD's money, the district's money. Okay, so any questions on the schedule? Any logistical questions? What if my teacher hasn't connected our class since we've been told to stay home? So that teacher, by the end of this week, should give you some way to connect, right? Most commonly, that's Google Classroom. If they're weird like me, maybe they use Piazza. But that teacher should be reaching out very soon. I mean, it could be the case. Okay, they should be set. So can I ask the student what class this is? Okay. Would you carefully disclose the teacher? At least give me their age group or something like that. Okay, so depending on the teacher, they could be waiting. Like yesterday, I had to cancel the 4 p.m. session because I had to help Miss K, one of our more senior teachers, get her started on Google Classroom. So some people take more time to get things set up. Okay, we were like in a Zoom session sharing our screens, and I had to like tell her how to use her phone, how to connect to Google Classroom, how to upload stuff, and all that. So just be ready for that. Some of your teachers are a lot slower to get things out compared to some others. Yeah, definitely check your email. Yeah, district email. Always check your district email. Sometimes, like some teachers will just be sending out things via email or Synergy. And with like 6 classes that you're taking and all your teachers sending you things, if you check it like every other day or once a week, well, then you have to be very careful when you filter through it because some of it you can ignore. Like they just post an assignment, that's great. But other things are more important. So be sure you check like on a daily basis now your email, Synergy. If you don't have that set up to where it sends you an email, check there. There may be announcements in Student View, whatever that is, messages. And then if your teacher has a Google Classroom, set up Google Classroom. Good question. Other questions, class? Related to the schedule or logistics, like how things are going to happen in these coming weeks? No? Okay. Definitely tell your friends. I see like this group of like 20 people. You've been regularly showing up. Um, but tell your friends that like we tell them to show up to like these classes. So what if I don't show up for classes? If you don't show up like once a week, then that's a problem. I have to tell the school, and then they'll follow up with you. They'll find out what's going on. Um, but other than that, I don't think there are much larger consequences to not showing up. Bear in mind, I still have to give you a grade, and if I don't hear from you and I don't understand the reasons why, yeah, there's not gonna be a detention or anything like that. But teachers still, at the moment, have to give you a grade, and even if they change it to pass no pass, if I don't hear from you the last 8 weeks of class, then why should I pass you? Okay, the bar for like passing, no passing, it's still going to be set somewhere. And if I don't hear from you at all with no reason on why that is, well, then the consequences, like the simplest consequences are you're going to fail the class. So then repeat it next year when we're back in school. It could be one of many. Right now, I'm not too sure. You try your best to attend, and there may be very good reasons why you can't attend, but you got to at least tell someone what's going on. All right, no such thing as virtual detention. Okay, of course, yes, strong spirited one. I guess we can make a virtual detention just for you. All right, so that ends the announcements. I'll go back to talking about math.